I wanted to jump right in and do a start to finish of our driveway gates. So up to this point we did 7 parts. So follow along our journey, friends, as we build a driveway gate. What did I do with my tape? I know I just had a tape measure. Let me go get it. Yeah. That's why it always takes me a week to do anything, because I always set down my tools and then I can't. Back and forth, but at least I'm getting my steps in.
It's not even connected to the Jeep. Oops. Oops. Tape 2.
Alright, so that's the heaviest log that we're going to be putting up on the trailer today. We got it all loaded up, strapped down. Got a nice pretty white Ford Super Duty. Ford that actually runs and can go further places.
I heard him bad-mouthing Ford the other day.
Yeah. So I had to go recruit Mr. Dogman to come give us a hand. So I thank you, Mike. Thank you, Paul. It looks pretty, brother. Ooh, that's going to be a pretty gate. Now he's taking. A lot of moisture. Note to self, don't leave concrete out in the open covered with plastic during the winter or summer or spring, or yeah, put it away, folks, put it away. And you fell. Why'd you fall on the ground? You don't see nothing I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't know when you fell. I just now saw y'all. But this one, I mean, you can see, I mean, it's crunchy on the top, but I still got, you know, powder inside. But I might be able to take this and break some of that up. And I think if I get it all mixed together, it's not soaked all the way through, but we'll see how it goes. But all the rest. I'm gonna call that good for now. just like that, we have a metal post and concrete. And then we have another metal post in concrete. So I'm gonna let those set up just a little bit, and then I actually have like a little rounding tool that I'm gonna go ahead and fancy up the edges a little bit, since you will see that. Obviously, this is still gonna have dirt come up to there. Well, this has actually turned into quite the project, and for one, my phone kept wanting to overheat, so yeah, I had to let it cool down. But anyway, I was actually able to drill into the concrete just using the normal drill. I do have the stud in there, but I was not able to get the nut on her. But if you look, it holds it. It's not going to kick out the bottom, so that's fine. And then I got the one bolt here, and then unfortunately my hole in the post and my hole in the metal did not 100% line up, so I'm gonna need to re-drill this. Plus, for whatever reason, this hole is up here and this hole over here is down here, so they're like going at an angle like that. So I'm just gonna re-drill another hole over here, kind of try to. So yeah, I tried to, well, you probably saw because I slowed it down, or tried to slow it down. Drill came around, whack, smacked me right in the side of the head. I've already had issues with this thumb, with ligaments and stuff in this thumb. And yeah, that's what hurt the worst, was it twisted my thumb. But still got it done. And then X marks the spot. Gonna get loud, but I'll try to lower the volume. All right, let's see if we can't get this up on here. You still recording? Yeah, you're still recording. Don't block the shot, Anson. This one I was actually able to get the nut on the bottom post. I wasn't able to do that on the other side. I think I drilled into concrete a little too deep. What did I do with the nuts? All right, so to this, I need to put a flat washer. Nuts. Another nut. This is kind of the slow and tedious process, because now I got to turn both of these. Then I tighten this one down until the head of the bolt gets sucked into the wood. Like I said, get it nice and taut. Okay, then from here I use my level. I turn this one until my post is level. I like it. Hold it there. And tighten down this one. And this way should already be level because that stud doesn't allow that to move. That's solid, which looks great. Do the same thing with the top bolt. But this one took a lot of convincing. So yes, I did. I was able to widen out that hole on the backside, and then drilled a new hole over here, which dang near yanked the drill out of my hand, because it caught a piece of the metal and I just went zoom, and yanked it right out of my hand like before. But at least this time it didn't hit me in the side of the head, so that's good. So I have this curved log, and I'd like to be able to utilize this as the top of the gates too, right? Plural. It's a little over, so each gate is going to be 7 feet 7 inches, and that leaves me a 2-inch gap in between the gates. And then yeah, but anyway, I want to be able to rip this lengthwise, and you can see there's already a lot of shavings here. I have not opened this up to see what it looks like, but I was able to cut fairly straight. I did use the string kind of, I mean, not on this curved part. I kind of just eyeballed that. But I think if it's straight enough, the only parts that I need to worry about being perfect are the ends, like that end and this end where it connects to the gate. Anything else, if it's a little off, okay, it's a natural curved log that I'm cutting, but I'm trying to get 2 planks that are at least, you know, a 1/2 inch thick. Well, not sure how much of that last one you saw, but I got that one cut out, that one cut out, and then I went ahead and just kind of cleaned this one up just a little bit. I mean, obviously, once I get these cut to length, you know, I just kind of ran the planer over there, but it's still gonna have saw marks like that from the chain. I'm fine with that. I'm fine if some of that shows up. Yeah, that worked. Oh, I missed my hook. Where did my other hook go? Oh, left it on the cart. Is this ideal? Nope. Does it work? Yep. That hook, I put it away. And just like that, I got it all the way over here. So now I'll set it up on the sawhorses, and I'll be ready to cut it down to length of what I need. So before. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That looks good. And then if anybody approaches, it has the little photo cell here that it'll allow it to come on to full bright. Okay, so actually I had a used blade for my Cobalt, and this one's not warped. So yeah, I got that on there. We'll see how it does, because that's just asking too much for that battery operated saw. But now I need to get the fence set on this one. This blade is way too dull.
How is it wasted? No. Hey.
Well, I already know that it's dull. It's way too dull.
Okay, well, can you do...
See how it's not wanting to track?
Well, the thing is... Okay, flip it the other way. Oh.
Yeah, see?
Okay, well, this is what we can do.
I'll do it by hand, that way I don't mess it up.
Okay. We need better blades, so we're just gonna go back over here and do it old school with the saw.
Yeah, I can show them what it did.
It screwed up my piece of wood. It's okay, it's still salvageable. All wood matters. What do you think, Giggles?
I wish I had my, because I used to have the saw benches. So for a hand saw, the benches are actually lower. So you can almost like rest the knee on it to be able to saw, so you're directly above. But these saws are actually really comfortable holding it backwards like that. And going. And it's because you're just, the saw does all the work. I'm not pushing it or anything, I'm just letting it ride in that curve. If anything, I'm applying pressure with my palm to push it that way, but that's it. No, this is only saw, because I was telling them too, it's like I have other saws, but all the other saws I have are all crosscut. This is the only saw that I have for with the grain. We can take turns.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm already getting a blister because I haven't done this in forever.
Why don't you go and get a Band-Aid? I'll try mine. I feel like I'm not making any progress.
I see sawdust.
Barely. Jeez.
Oh, this is really tall for you too.
I'm short.
Blood, sweat, and tears are going into this gate, folks. Blood, sweat, and tears. Probably a little more sweat and tears than blood, hopefully.
I know it's very painful seeing me struggle.
Nah, you're doing a good job. Actually, you want to get us a glass of tea?
Really? You want a sandwich while you're at it?
I would love a sandwich.
Hey. With no buns?
Oh, that's not a sandwich. I want a real sandwich.
You're staying, Giggles?
Mom's going to the house. Are you staying here? Matter of fact, I think I'll just go get my brace. Do that with my brace instead. Locked in. And these screws do stick out just a hair on the other side. That's fine. So that will be holding it together, and then I still got to do the cross member, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the top. That way I can get attached, and then I'm actually going to be cutting the top to size after I install it. I'll cut it first, that way I can use it as a template on the other one to make sure that they're both the same. So let me get this moved out the way, and then we'll do the top. All right, got the jigsaw, so let's get this cut down to size. Guess y'all would like to see what I'm doing. All right. So get the other one, and we'll get that one cut to the same width. All right. Okay, so far this is what I got. Like I said, I do want to put the cross member or cross members, I might even do an X there in the big middle part, and then who knows, at some point I might even put metal up here at the top or something decorative. We'll see how it goes. And then I'm still going to reinforce this side here, because this is going to be the hinge side, so I'll definitely make sure that that is reinforced with more lumber to make it nice and thick, and then everything will be through bolted and such. But yeah, okay, so the gates now match. So let me get you over to a few days ago where I was working on some of the metal, but well, it would be nice if I had a fabrication table, but I don't. So I gotta kind of make do with what I got. Sawhorses and stuff. But for this, so I do want this bottom bar to be all the way out in here, but I do need to notch this out, because I want this over here. That way I can kind of weld in here and then weld in on the face. But sometimes you just don't have enough space. And triple breaker, as always. One of these days I'll have a nice shop, dedicated places for dedicated tools. I think that's gonna stay there. That's gonna be the bottom. Alright, so basically I got everything prepped. I even got the little metal angles cut, and obviously I'll be able to use this to make sure that my angle iron is at a 90 degree, right? Because it's 90 degrees. And then just kind of get everything tacked in. And then from there, I'll be able to take it over to the gate and actually mark out where I want to put the hinges. That way I can drill holes into this. And it has to be a 1/2 inch hole through the metal. And yeah, I still don't have the greatest of drill bits, so I'm going to figure that one out. But I'm thinking, instead of having this reveal like this, I might do the outside. But you guys already know what I'm going to say. You already know what I'm going to say. Gotta check with the boss lady. So let's go see what she thinks. Okay, well, boss lady doesn't want to answer her phone, so I'm just gonna do it myself then. And yep, I like it like this. So this is how I'm gonna do it. It's actually the barrel side that gets attached to the gate itself, but I'm just using this as a template. Both of these are the exact same size, so I just need it one side to be flush, and then kind of gets me where my holes are going to be. And then I know I'm going to be doing the same thing on the other side. So let's get a 2-inch mark. And then put the hinge flush. Get a mark. All right, then I'll go ahead and drill out the holes in my plate. I'm gonna get this other pieces welded up, and then I'm gonna use this as a template for the other plate, and then I'll use the plates as templates to mark out where I'm gonna put the holes in the uprights and the base, but I still need to get this welded together. So let me get everything welded together. Let me get some holes drilled. That's what. I had a C-clamp out here. Do I not have a C-clamp out here no more? C-clamp. Where did my C-clamp go? Y'all, wow. If there's a snake, it would have bit me. Lovely. You always do the Waldron just a little bit at a time. Don't want to break the drill bit. Yeah, things that you got to rig up. Because I was like, man, I just wanted to be able to flip it around and do this on the other side. But this old table saw still has like the rail on it, so it's kind of hard to do that. Plus, obviously, that table is tiny compared to these angle irons that I'm doing are almost 4 feet long. And this is only my first one. I still got to do the other side. I've been out here almost all day. The kids are already home from school, so I already know it's getting to be later in the day. Actually, I need to go. Let's go dry fit this quick because I think I might need to chop off some of this. Because I think I was waiting until after I welded it to get the final dimension, and then I was gonna just cut it with the angle grinder with a chopping blade. And of course, apologize, I just so happened to be on the side in the shade. I didn't plan it that way, I promise. Did not plan it that way. Okay. That looks all right. What do y'all think? I know that shadow is going to be not going to be able to see it very clearly. Driveway. But I'm going to go ahead. I have the laser level in there because well, actually, I'm just going to take you down there and then I'm going to show you. But I also need to grab my coffee. Okay, up here at the front. Now, obviously, I want the gates to be level and even across this, but I know for certain that this post is actually higher in elevation than this post because of the lay of the land. Well, I'd already planned for that. I already knew that was going to happen, so the hinges aren't necessarily going to be mounted at the same height, right? Measuring from the concrete, because then it won't be level. So what I'm going to do is I have a laser level. I'm going to get a mark on this post here, or I'm going to set up the laser level and just kind of see how close they are first. So let me go ahead and get that set up, and then I'll bring it back. Okay, so that's set up. Now what I'm going to do is where it's making my mark here on this post, right? That's right down there. I don't know if you can actually see that on camera or not, but it looks to be about 2 inches from the bottom of the post. And then this one over here looks to be about maybe a little over 4, probably close to 5 inches from the bottom of the post. So I'm gonna go ahead and, well, first off, get it to stop beeping at me, so that way my line will stay constant. Now that I can see it, I know where it's at. So let me go ahead and get the marks, and then from there, so that's going to be my base point, right, on both posts. And then I'll kind of go from there of how high, because I mean right now kind of where I have the laser coming off of, right, because this has a horizontal laser on the bottom and a horizontal laser on the top. So I'll come and I'll get a measurement off the ground, because I kind of know about like where I would want the ground level to be, right, because we're going to be adding rocks, we're going to be adding stuff that's going to be coming up higher. So I'll be able to take measurements and stuff like that off of that to kind of figure out where do I want the bottom of my gate to be. That way it won't be hitting the material once we add it later. Let me go ahead and I'm going to drill out. So I'm going to do a pilot drill with that. And then I'll be able to put the first bolt in. And then once I've done that, then I'll put the top, I'll put the bottom bolt in first. And then pre-drill for the top. And then put the top bolt in. Make sure that's all lined up perfectly. Okay, so I got that hinge in, that hinge in. So I'm only doing the bottom hinges for right now. And then once my L brackets, the metal L brackets are finished drying, the paint is finished drying, I'm gonna bring that out here. I'm gonna bolt that L bracket to that hinge. That way it'll give me the location of the top hinge. Okay, so I have these up here. Paint's not 100% dry. It's not 100% dry. I can come over here and kind of show you. I mean, it's gonna look nice. But I'll be able to do any touch-up painting, you know, after the fact. But you know, I wanted to be able to kind of mock this up, because obviously I can't put this on fully until it's attached to the gate, right? Because I have the bolts going through this way, and it's kind of hard to do that. So you can see I'm just using blocks that are the same thickness as the gate to kind of get this mocked up. And then now I can come over here and I can establish where this hinge is going to get mounted to right here. And then now I can drill my holes, right? And just because I want to make sure that everything is hunky-dory of where it's supposed to be, right? And then that's bolted in down here, bolted in up here. And then after the fact, everything should line up, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get this put in. I'm going to do the other side. And then once I get both these done, I'll bring it back, because it'll be just about time to put the gates on. I know I just heard the school bus come in, so I'm running out of time. All right. Anyway, let me get these brackets onto the gates, and then I'll probably try to do one gate first, just to kind of see how it goes, and then I'll show you doing the second gate. So first gate's on. Like I said, I wasn't gonna show you, but I do have assistance. So I'm gonna get you far away because someone told me that she's not being supported. So
Making fun of me. Yeah. You did a good job, baby. Almost.
come down just a little bit.
Up a bit to out. Right there. Below.
The hinge.
There. Yay. Done. Okay, it's moving
On your side. Oh yeah, it's gonna have bolts. Two bolts.
Oh, where's the other nut?
Here.
Oh, why do I need another nut? Here. Man, I'm losing it.
Gotta have it to lose it.
Be nice. Here. Hey, hey, hey.
Party like a rock star.
I did.
I couldn't even afford to have a party for my birthday. I didn't even have a nice birthday.
Alright, there we go.
Do you want me to close this one?
Not yet. Put them together.
I wanna check the range of motion first.
Okay.
But these hinges still need grease.
That's good.
Yeah, I still gotta put the other bolt in.
And then you're gonna have to put those things on the floor.
Huh?
The little hooks
Put little hooks.
that go down. So that when it comes here, you can push it down and hold it down.
Oh, the locks. That's what you're talking about?
That go on the
Okay,
bottom.
bring it to me.
Yes. Oh my
So
goodness.
that would be at full close. And that's exactly like I wanted. I wanted about 2 inches. See how
I can see it.
it's gotta be acclimated.
I can see it.
So, sitting up here because one is like twisted. That's what happens when they're leaning up against the truck instead of laying flat.
But it'll be okay. It'll be fine.
I mean, one thing that we could always do, I can always add like a metal here on this because right now the wood's wanting to do this.
I see it.
Put the metal on her and it will hold it flat
Yes.
and it will.
Yes.
So, but
It's beautiful.
and they're like perfectly aligned at the top and bottom.
Oh Oh my goodness.
Plus, you got to imagine this too, that we're adding about 6 inches worth of material onto this road. So it's not going to be that high off the ground when it's all said and done. Because the material is coming up to almost the level of the concrete. That's 5 at the ends. So it'll be at least 6 or 7 here in the middle.
Yeah.
And that'll leave you about 2.5 inches to the bottom of your gate.
Perfect.
You like it?
Yes, I do.
Good. All right.
It's
Well,
beautiful.
I gotta put the plate like this one over here
Yeah.
on that side.
Yeah.
But that's all I needed y'all for.
Awesome.
So let me finish wrapping up the small details, and then I'll bring you right back. And there we go, friends. So the gate is all done, and obviously as I'm sitting here recording and taking a picture for my thumbnail, so go back and look on the thumbnail, see if you can see if I left that wrench in there, because I know it did. But it's done, skis. So next part. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Just a little start to finish. Trust me, all the videos that I did of this gate took some time. This was roughly a month-long project, give or take. I know that we had some bad weather come through during that time, a little bit of flooding, a little bit of damage to the property. So, stuff kind of took a back seat for a little bit, but I did want to show the start to finish of building a driveway gate. And then we do have a part 8 that's going to be coming out, because we actually have openers that we're going to be installing onto these gates from Topens. And that is actually going to be a full installation video. I'd actually already, I believe on part 3, had already done an unboxing and just kind of showed what all we got. So that will be coming out in the next one, but I at least wanted to get this on there showing the full start to finish installation and building our own driveway gate. So if you'd like to stick around on more of our journeys, then check out this video I have right here, or the whole year's playlist over on this side. Then you have the icons at the top that make it easy to subscribe both here and to our side channel. Go check that out, it's greatly appreciated. And last but not least, get out there, thank a veteran with every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day. We'll see you on our next one. Later, friends.